Hey y'all, Farmer Dre back at it. Today, I'm going to explain to you guys the difference between white and black plastic in vegetable production. So, the reason a lot of farmers use plastic in vegetable production, which is actually, there's a term for that, it's called plasticulture, where they incorporate plastic into agriculture. The number one thing they use plastic for is for weed suppression, to keep the weeds down from growing. As you guys can tell, that's what I did in between the rows here. And as you guys can see, you guys are seeing a little bit of white underneath that. There's white. We got they make all different sorts and different types of plastics, different colors, I mean. And the kind that we have here is a white on black or black on white. And the reason that farmers use black plastic early on in the season is to heat up the soil, to get that temperature, 2 to 4 inches in the root zone in the system, in the soil, 2 to 4 inches in the soil warmer by 3, 4, 5, 6 degrees warmer early in the season. And then the reason farmers use white plastic is to cool down the soil and also to get more light inside your tunnel. And by getting more light inside the tunnel, instead of the plants getting sunlight from up top, they're actually getting sunlight from the bottom. So the white plastic reflects the sunlight, as the black plastic just heats up the ground. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because the soil temperature in the high tunnel is already warm enough, because for about a month now, the black plastic has been down. And in between the plants, I can't change the plastic anymore, flip it upside down. But in between the rows that I use, the plastic I'm using, I'm going to go ahead and turn that upside down since the plant's already established. The soil temperature is warm enough. It's about 55 to 60 degrees. And now we need to get more growth on these plants quicker. So by getting a lot more sunlight, the plants get more optimum growth. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to flip that middle plastic upside down so we can have a white strip of plastic in between the row, which that's going to help us grow better tomato plants, using more light. And I know a lot of farmers in the apple industry, they're using the silver plastic to lay between the rows, so whenever the sun is beating down in the summertime, so they get more light on the trees. So instead of going through a row and picking it 3 or 4 times, they could just go through a row and pick all the apples all at once. So that's what I'm hoping to do with the white plastic here in the high tunnel. I've never seen anybody try this before on the black. Do the black and then flip it over in the spring, during the growing season, and turn it on doing the white plastic. I know there's some farmers who just use white plastic and they don't try to heat up the soil, but I'm going to try that in this year and see if we get any yield difference. If we turn the plastic on compared to last year. And last year I didn't do any plastic at all in the tunnel, and I had big problems with weeds. So this year we're trying the plastic, and I'm going to go ahead and flip the strips here in the center and see if we get better quality and better quality and more tomatoes off these tomato plants. So what I'm doing here is very simple. On the edge row here, I didn't staple them to the ground. It's just a bunch of soil laying on top of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and uncover that soil, move it outside here. So I'm gonna use that back over. Make sure to flip it both ways. So there's that. I'm gonna move the soil out of the way here. Maybe outside a little. I know the plastic isn't super clean. Hey, it's gonna have to work for now. Go ahead and put the plastic on here, put the soil back on here. Use my shovel. Compact that real good right here. Perfect. And as you can tell, our shovel has pipe handles, and the reason is about every year I seem like I break all the handles, the wooden handles, and I got tired of breaking them. So I was like, you know what, let's just weld a piece of metal pipe. And if I could break a metal pipe using a shovel, I'm just going to join the world's strongest man, I'll tell you what. So that's pretty much that for this side. I'm going to go on to the end and do the same thing on that side. So over here, I staple it to the ground, and I don't really want to unstaple it. So what I'm going to try to do here is just twist it and leave a twist here, because we got this plastic here that's holding the end wall there. So try to move all the soil here off here like this, and we might just be able to do it. Maybe tighten it a little more. Well, Let's see if it's about to flip it the right way so it won't be tangled there in the center. Might just have to rip it from the center, but hey. There we go. I knew I'd come up with something. I'm going to go ahead and pull this rope tight here. Put the rope back on. You guys are probably wondering why I'm using dirt. It's cheap and it's already here, so why would I waste money on something else? I'm going to pull that rope tight here. Step on that, pull it tight. Then grab some soil from right over there. Lay it on top of here like that. There we go. Just like that. Cover that up. And we have solved our problem. Easy as can be. Working out smoother than I thought. Alrighty, so this is how it's going to look from now on inside the tunnel. In the center there, I'm going to go ahead and put some stakes, some metal stakes down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue. We got 1, 2, 3 more rows to do that with. Because on the edges here, we got the plant, the top black soil in between them, or the black plastic. And I can't really do that. So I'm going to see if the end rows don't yield as much or yield more if they have the black plastic in between them versus the white. So that's just a little test I'm doing here. And if we get more plant growth that way, that's a good thumbs up for us so I can know exactly how to do it for next year. So I'm going to continue doing that, finishing up, doing 4 rows of that. And then I'll check in with you guys right after I'm done. The plastic is turned over. We got 4 rows of the white and then 2, we still got the black on there. So we'll see what kind of difference this makes. And hopefully it works out great. Either it's going to bite me in the butt or it's going to help me so I can do the whole entire thing next year full white plastic. And I mean, it's a lot brighter in here, as you guys can tell, just from the white plastic. So hopefully that works. But that's pretty much it. Just a little quick experiment we're doing here on the farm. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys our pipes. We got in for the high density brains in yesterday, as you guys can tell over there. They're 30-foot pipes. These are used pipes they use out of Mexico. And one of our local pipe sheet metal shops, they bring them in by the truckload. So we got about 60 feet or 60 pipes that are about 30 foot long. We got 2 7/8 and then 2 3/8. We're gonna use these on the ends and for the edge rows, and the 2 3/8 we're gonna use for the center of the high density apples. So these are the metal pipes that are going in to support the apples to make our own trellis system. But I kind of explained to you guys the difference between white and black plastic and how it's used in agriculture. But if you guys want to go ahead, hit a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you guys have any questions, anything else, let me know down below in the comments. I'm actually going to show you guys the tomato plants that are transferred, as you guys saw in the last video, or videos, I don't remember now, but a few videos ago. These are the tomatoes I transplanted in the 4-inch pots. They're doing great, they're growing. So hopefully in about 10 days, those will be 4 or 5 inches, not feet. I wish they were in feet, but 4 or 5 inches tall. So we'll go ahead and cover the rest of this tunnel here with plastic and get the job done. So springs here, our peaches are actually, they started budding out. Some of them are already flowered. We're supposed to get a cold spell this coming up weekend. Supposed to get down 25. Peaches, you know, if they get down about 26 degrees, you've got about a 10% crop. So we're hoping it's not that gonna get that cold. We're kind of on top of a hill, so the cold always drops. But that's pretty much it. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment down below. And until next time, you guys have a good day, and thanks for watching.